Hello there, we're Angry Welshman back again with another video. Today I'm looking at this bright spark here who seems to think he's very clever, and with a compilation of observed ISS fakery. Investigations by Olhei Plasma. Feel free to re-upload and share. Well, I'm going to share it alright, but I'm not re-uploading this piece of shit. Right? You know, because these people seem to think they find proof where there just is none. Okay? So, I'm guessing this video is full of stuff. Now, I've seen most of this video before, so I will be skipping through bits, because the guy seems to think he's very funny with some of the editing choices that he's decided to go with. I didn't laugh much, though. Not really. Laughed at much how shit it is. I mean, because the guy just... I don't know what he's looking at half the time here. Comments are all the same. Like, oh, that's my comment. You know, why do they always have to go overboard with the fake no gravity shit? Look so retarded. Yet they cannot even provide a single unaltered photograph of Earth. So you went from no gravity to the no photograph of Earth argument. That makes no sense. Agree. Why do they keep on spinning around in midair? How about showing us what they are doing? Nothing but, yeah, they do plenty, just you choose to only look at these videos. There are plenty of those videos if you go look for them, of them doing the scientific stuff. But again, how would that change your mind? You just think that's CGI or wires again, wouldn't you? And about, like, you know, always go overboard. What do you mean overboard? They're just spinning around. Wouldn't you if you were fucking weightless for a bit? Wouldn't you like to unwind and, you know, have some fun and do some twirls? Because I would imagine being in 0G is quite the experience and would feel kind of odd. So it doesn't matter, you know, and even though they're in here for months, in the ISS for months, they probably would still get a kick out of it. But, you know, okay, let's go back to the video. I will be skipping through bits at some point because he does show the same thing over and over again. But, you know, here we go, and let's see how this goes.
Done growing some lettuce, and our Russians were growing onions, so it's an extremely lively environment up here right now. Lots going on.
Well, thank you very much. I know you've got limited time. You've got lots to do up there, but let me ask you one last question. Who's supposed to lots to do up there, but let me ask you lots to do up there, but let me ask you lots to do up there, but let me ask you lots to do up there, but let me ask you lots to do up there, but let me ask you.
Yeah, by the way, that wasn't me skipping the video back and forth. That was him thinking he's very funny and with his low voice. Now, he kindly does not supply what he's thinking is wrong here. I can't see anything. But quite clearly it's the microphone I think he's pointing at. But look how reflective this bottom of the microphone is. There is a reason to that, and I'll get to that later. How shiny it is, and my reasons will become clear later when I think he points something out. But so he seems to think because he goes for his microphone and then stops and reaches around another way, I think he thinks that his harness is getting in the way. But you can really tell what it is. He's going to grab for it, but the bottom is spinning away from him. Right there. So he just thought, well, fuck it, I'll go the other way and pick it up from as the top end spins towards my hand. And there we go. What's so fake about that? I mean, I didn't really see anything. He didn't provide any captions, so I can't really go with anything. But let's skip that. It carries on in this vein for quite some time. Again, no caption, so I have no idea what he's pointing at. Whoops, just highlighted everything there. Yeah, you're really not funny, dude. Again, no caption, so I have no idea. But I'm guessing it's because this guy kneels back. Most likely in my mind, so he avoids the knee to the face. But again, without captions, I really can't understand what the fuck he's looking at, but never mind.
Demonstration. There's 2 versions.
Ooh, look, captions. Notice how the scoop in his jumper ceases to exist. Now let's play the 2 frames back and forth to show the error in the masking. Well, clearly, between those 2 frames, he rotates like pretty much an inch or 2. It's going to have a difference in shadowing and lighting, and probably, and on the other side with the arm that you can't see, he's probably moved his arm a little bit, so the crease moved, perhaps. Any of this thought of? How is this enough to proof of fakery? This is beyond. I just don't get it. There's nothing here. Nothing worth of any value to mention. And look, there's partly a square shape here. It's creases. That happens to me sometimes. I swear I look like I've got a box under my shirt. But as you can clearly tell, circles round. Lights change the shadows and the creases. And he moves his arm forward and the creases go. So where's the box now, Sunshine? Where's the fucking harness now, huh? It's just not there, is it? So again, this is no proof of fakery. Ugh, I thought there were going to be a lot more than this, but never mind. Let's keep on going.
Beautiful. All right.
Does he really need to keep on using that? So what I'm guessing this dude thinks this astronaut is doing is passing something to a hand and the CGI forgot to put it in or something. But what I can pretty much guess, and it's quite a reasonable guessing here, is that he was going to go for a different pose to stand up and sit down. He was going to put his hands together, but then he felt himself moving, so he just quickly decided, oh no, better not. I'll grab something on the wall to steady myself. And if you look at it, hang on. Oh, no, I'm moving a bit. Steady myself on there, because he clearly doesn't put anything there. He goes to grab something, so that's not the case. So, yeah, that's number 3 done.
Right now we have our German crewmate Alex Gerst.
So check his hand as it has changed from light to colour. This is a masking error. No. His palm is pretty much pointed downwards and behind the guy's head, so it's not getting any light. He then tilts it. It's then being exposed to the light. What masking error? Do you even know what the word masking is? I do. Just waiting for your reply. Obviously, you can't reply now, obviously. I'm quite surprised he didn't pick up the giraffe here. So again, no proof at all. He's trying to find something and then try and attach a CGI element to it to try and fool people into thinking, well, his flat-hard followers and many other people, to prove that there is CGI involved, which I haven't seen anything to do with CGI so far. Right, let's continue on. Oh, what was that? Missed that. Look at his t-shirt flinging up as the guy on the left unhooks his wire. Well, not really, no. The guy's waving and his t-shirt's moved a bit. And so the t-shirt just moved in an odd way. May have been stuck or something, got released. I don't know, but again, that's no part. And if he released his wire, unhooks his wire, he'd drop and fall to the floor, wouldn't he? So that's a bit of a consistency you're not following there, is there? Honest to God. Can you stop using that? That's annoying as fuck. Okay, we can see a red circle here. Again, this is no proof of observed fakery, because again, you can't really tell what that is, so there's no way of knowing what that is. It's probably something, could be something attached to the window, could be a reflection of some sort. It's probably something like floating around near the window, maybe. But I'm really not sure. So that I can't really comment on, but again, that's no proof of fakery. Good, they're doing the little roll. It's fun, because wouldn't you if you were weightless? What is this button she's pressing? What button? Oh, she can't steady herself on anything. So she can't touch anything now, can she? Without you expressing that she's doing something fishy. Jeez, man, come on. Could you have zoomed in? Yeah, quite clearly she's grabbing onto something. There's a bit of a lip here in here where she can stick her thumb to grab onto something. She's clearly not pressing anything. And that silver thing there looks like a latch to me. She's got a pin here. It's probably in the construction process of this thing. So, still don't see anything. What is this button she's pressing?
The station, this is Houston ACR.
Again, he's just resting his hand. Because he was falling backwards, so he needed to push himself back that way. Aren't they allowed to... So they can't... I'm quite surprised you haven't mentioned this guy touching this yet. What are you pointing at? I don't understand. Oh, there's the zoom in, like it's supposed to show something. And it clearly doesn't, because he's just resting his hand on it.
Event. Thank you.
Again, he's resting his hand there. Oh my god, you're literally clutching at straws to find whatever the fuck you can, can't you? Holy shit. Again, still no fucking proof. He's resting his fucking hand on it. Holy shit. How dare you stop yourself from falling? How dare you?
And thank you, participants at Neal Middle School Station. We are now resuming operational audio communications.
Again, what are you looking at? Some captions, please. There's nothing here that I
So
can
pay close
see.
attention to the microphone. In his hand, it's real.
Oh, he's British. God damn it. Why'd you have to give British people a bad name, please? We've got plenty of other people that do that already.
But watch as he lets go of the microphone.
Okay.
Right about... Now watch. The microphone is now CGI.
Are you going to point out any proof to this? Because that doesn't look like CGI to me. It's wishful thinking at best from you, Sunshine.
As it travels across, that's pure CGI.
Prove it! She's clearly looking at it.
And then she gets it. And then it switches from CGI to real. Now, did you see the switch? Watch closely as the microphone changes from the real thing to CGI. Notice how the blue thing on the bottom of the microphone disappears as it transitions into the CGI.
Now, as I've noticed before, this is why I picked that little bit of imagery at the beginning. This bottom bit here is quite reflective, it seems. Right? This bottom bit here. Now, I can't remember where that is. Hang on. Let me just... So, look, as you notice, as it's spinning, look, see? Whoop. Spinning. Can't see the blue bit for a second there. So, vanishing there. See? So, some of it is quite reflective. Okay, so let's go back.
Is pure CGI. Look as the microphone travels towards the woman. That is pure CGI. So what they're doing is they're switching the microphone from real to CGI when it travels through the air. And it's still CGI.
Prove it.
Still CGI. Still CGI. And this bit is when it changes to the real. Watch, I'll show you. Now that is the CGI, but this bit is when it changes to the real. Notice how the bottom of the microphone changes. The fat square is the CGI microphone, but then the skinny square, the skinny rectangle, is when it changes to the real microphone.
Reflections, anybody? No? Shadows, maybe? Because look, you can see this reflections here. As I demonstrated before. It's just being shiny and being thinged in some way. Then she tilts it a little bit more light is getting to it maybe, and there we go. I see no signs of CGI. Nothing.
Wow, these guys are truly amateurs, man. Pay close attention to the microphone wire.
Oh yeah, because you're a fucking professional, aren't you?
Notice how it goes dead tight because they've got it caught, and what I think is happening is that they are using some sort of wind machine that simulates the zero gravity, and they've just got caught. They've got the wire caught on something, and he's trying to pull the wire off, but it's not coming off. So he stops doing it because it gets a bit too obvious.
Wow. So the fact that the cable snagged in something is proof of fakery for you, is it? Oh my god, you are literally clutching at straws now to find anything.
Now keep your eye on the labels at the bottom of the microphone wire. Check how they're moving around, as if it's not in 0G, as if it's in normal gravity.
Huh? That statement makes no sense. If it's normal gravity, they'll just be pointing downwards.
Look how them labels are spinning around. There's no way that would happen in 0G.
What? What the fuck are you talking about?
Something is definitely blowing on the wire. And now watch as he passes the microphone. She pulls the wire free. Yeah, and look how the wire behaves differently now. The wire blows back up.
And? What's that supposed to demonstrate?
It's as if something is pushing the wire upwards. Like some sort of wind. I'm not
Wind.
sure how it works, but they might have like some sort of wind tunnel. Do you know, like a big force of wind blowing the wire upwards? Just keep your eye on the wire. Look how it behaves. Look at it, it's flying up.
And you're still failing to tell me why this is proof of fakery.
And then she pushes it down, look, but then watch it go back up. Look, it springs back up. What's making it do that?
It's a tight wire, and one thing I'll mention in a moment, but it's a tight wire maybe. You know, when you uncoil something that's been coiled for a while, it tends to act a bit, springy. I'm still waiting for a legitimate reason from you.
Yeah, and then look to your right. There's like some sort of flag, and look how it's blowing. Why would that be blowing?
Why would that be blowing? Well, I'm gonna see if you can figure that fucking shit out for yourself.
It's not in the wind, is it? There's no wind there.
No wind there. Again, he's missing one word. Missing one word, because without this certain sort of thing, you can't have wind. I'm going to wait and see if he does it.
So why would it keep blowing? If it was in zero gravity, it'd stop.
What do you mean zero gravity, it would stop? What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Oh, it'd be blowing really slowly.
Huh? What?
But it would eventually stop moving.
What do you mean eventually stop moving? What the?
Why is it carrying on to move? I think in these older videos they use different techniques and it's easier to spot. So if you want to spot the fakery, watch the older videos, because they wasn't as good at it then. They had less experience at deceiving and less techniques.
Okay, so I'm going to paint out what this fucking flapping is and why this is moving down here, right? There's something called air. They need air to breathe. They need air to live, otherwise they die. Just because it's 0G doesn't mean they're in a fucking vacuum inside this thing. Basically, the ISS has got things like air conditioning, life support, the thing that makes air, and they've got to blow it around somewhere. This thing is probably near one of those things. It's getting a little bit of an air current. Oh my god! How can you not figure that shit out for yourself? Good grief!
And less technology.
Oh yeah, because an air conditioning system is really fucking high technology, isn't it?
But yeah.
Yeah, what? Oh, nothing? Oh, okay. Goodbye. See, it's still flapping, so there's an air current around here. That's all that is. They need air, obviously. I mean, what's this thing with wind for you? Let's have a look.
It's got a mind of its own. If that was in zero gravity, there's no way that wire would be moving like that.
How do you know? Your concept, how the fuck do you know, if you've never been in 0G, how things would act? Now, this is my argument to this point, okay? Too many flat earthers seem to think that weightlessness in water is exactly how weightlessness in air is, right? They seem to think that things should, they seem to think that hair in water should act like hair in... I'll start that again. They seem to think hair in 0G should act like hair in water. It's not the same. Water's got a mass to it. Water's got weight. Water's got force. In 0G it doesn't. It's fluid dynamics, for fuck's sake. Look that shit up. You've never experienced 0G, so how the fuck can you be so entitled to say that this is how things are supposed to act? There's no way you'd know. No way you'd know. But yet, all you people are the fucking same. You seem to pull facts out of your backside. Now, this video is me coming up with theories and things and hypotheses to just try and debunk your shit. Now, you can feel free to come on my video if you want and have a go, because this video's a proper pile of shit, but And this is really demonstrated to me. And there's more coming later, I think. Right, let's continue.
Look, watch when she lets go of the wire. Look, it goes upwards, and then she grabs hold of it again.
It's probably a taut wire. It's probably springy. It's not just fucking string.
To push it back down. Because it got...
Again, what's this got to do with fakery?
It was getting too obvious.
Huh? But obvious for what? What? If they weren't in 0G, okay, and this was gravity, that wire would just literally fucking sink to the bottom. It'll droop, badoosh, just hit the floor. But it's not, is it?
But the obvious trickery was already spotted and observed.
No, it hasn't. You're making shit up.
These guys are actually not very good at deceiving.
Oh yeah, because you fucking are, aren't you? The reason why they're not very good at deceiving is because they're not deceiving. Did that concept not fit into your head?
It's just that we, the people, are gullible. That's the sad thing.
Yeah, and you're betting on the fact that people are gullible, which is why you're probably making videos as stupid as this one. You're betting on fucking thick shits coming onto your channel and believing what you're saying. And the fact that your video has got 29 likes, 906 views in a couple of days, and the fact that you've got 2,998 subscribers really does show that it seems to be working, doesn't it? Holy shit.
Reality, human beings are gullible and easy to fool.
The irony abounds.
No one is pulling that wire, so why is that wire pushing itself upwards as if some force is pushing it? But in zero gravity, there is no force to push it.
What do you mean there is no force in 0G? It's not a fucking vacuum. What the fuck are you on about? Of course there's force in 0G. I'm completely lost for words here. What the... If there was no force or anything, there'd been, there's still wind. You can still push yourself around. What the... I am genuinely confused right now. I think the guy's lost.
Because it's just, there's no force pushing forward, backwards, sideways, diagonal. There's just no force, so that wire...
What do you mean? Of course there's force in 0G. Where are you getting your information from? I am completely dumbfounded here. 0G is essentially just the absence of gravity. There's still force. Physics still apply here. Which is why astronauts move and need to pull themselves around. Which is why there's air in here. Your concept of what 0G is, I think, is fucking lost. You probably got it from Russian vids or Jeranism or something. If there was no... holy shit, I'm completely dumbfounded.
It should simply move. It should stay in the same position or slightly move.
What? No!
It would never move up like that.
It did. And yes it would, depending on what's going on here. It could be a number of things. Air currents, taut wire, it's tangling a bit like things do. I don't know. But it certainly, this doesn't look weird to me.
Please, just use your common sense.
Yeah, you have no fucking common sense. You're simply making up what you think things should look like in 0G. The fact that you said that there is no forces in 0G is one of the most retarded fucking comments I've ever heard anybody say.
That's what it is. Now keep your eye on this woman. Watch her see. She pulls the wire down, look. Yeah?
God, he's obsessed with this wire, isn't he?
Because it keeps rising up. So, why would she have to keep pulling the wire down if it was in 0G?
It's probably a taut wire. So, it probably has some slight elasticated properties or something. You know? I don't understand where you're going with this, because I've already shown that your concept of understanding what happens in 0G is completely bullshit.
You see, if it was in 0G, look, she can't take her hand off it for too long because the wire rises up. Use your logic.
I just did, and I've completely fucking ripped you apart, Sunshine.
Why would the wire go up? Why would it travel upwards?
Like that fucking matters.
And just check the flag on the right. Why is it moving around? It's moving.
Fucking air! Like when you feel a breeze from a fan. Holy shit!
Moving around like it's in normal gravity.
So, oh my fucking goodness. Good God.
Look. Normal gravity speed.
Normal gravity speed? What the fuck are you making up now?
Flapping about. It's been flapping about all of the video.
Air!
It's like a magical flag that just never stops moving.
Yeah, because have you seen a flag in windy conditions that has air around it? It doesn't stop moving, does it? And you know, until the wind has stopped. Wind is moving air. You know, right? You getting this? No? Oh, okay.
Even though it's in 0G.
Your concept of what 0G is lost. I think you've mixed up what 0G and a vacuum is. They're not the same thing.
Now watch as he lets go of the microphone. Something's moving it in like a spiral fashion. And then it begins falling downwards, look. So something.
See, look, out now. See what I said before, look. It's clearly quite a taut wire. And it was pulling itself back into its loop, the way it was kept. That's all that is.
Something is blowing the microphone.
See, look. He lets it go.
Spiral.
It goes down. Look, see? So it's twisting.
The microphone falls
and
down.
As you can see,
it's
look,
not in zero gravity.
It twists back into its normal thing. So it shows it's quite a rigid wire.
There's some sort of technology that's simulating zero gravity, and it's on this video. I believe it's something to do with wind. Something's blowing.
Yes, the air conditioning or life support system, or I don't know, the fucking air moving around the ISS.
Different directions, to cause like a cancellation.
This is Houston. Are you?
That help us.
Right, you know what? I think this video's gone on a little long enough now, and I've kind of demonstrated pretty much what this guy's on about. And the level of understanding I think he seems to have, because he's just making shit up. So I'm not going to go any further, because this video's now just gone past the... Well, just about to reach the 34-minute point, so I'm going to end it there. Probably won't be coming back to this video. This guy has a lot of other videos that I could do at some point, and I might come back to them, or maybe not. And I'm going to see if this guy has some balls, and see if he comes to my channel and comment. I think he might have done at one point, because I've already ripped apart one of his older videos, where the guy pulls on another astronaut's harness, which in fact it was just the astronaut's little finger catching in the pocket. So I've already ripped... This is my second video I fucking fucked him up on. But we'll see. I'm sorry the fact that this one was probably a little boring, but that's how it goes. It's not always fun debunking these videos, but it has to be done sometimes. Okay, so that's it for me, and good night, and I hope to see you again, or good morning to me also. So I'll see you again with some more videos in the future, and goodbye.